the heck out of you when you see prospects out there choose your competitors instead of you, and you know darn well you're going to do a better job than your competitor, but for some reason, some shape or form, they choose them over you. Well, keep watching tonight, because over the next couple of minutes I'm just going to give you an understanding of why they are choosing competitors instead of choosing you. And what do we want? We want them to choose you. Why? Because you are street smart and you're here checking this out. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me just change screens here for a moment, and hopefully you're all looking at a service station. Now, I want to tell you what happened when I went to this service station the other day. I thought, well, this is interesting. See, I got a craving for some caffeine, for some coffee. But I was faced with a dilemma. You see, as you would be well aware, that when you actually go to a 7-Eleven, you're paying $1 for a coffee. And when you go to a Gloria Jeans, you are paying $4 for a coffee. So what does one do, ladies and gentlemen, when this situation occurs? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. I was scratching my head, and quite honestly I was sitting in the car going, now isn't this an interesting situation? Do I spend the extra money on the coffee, or do I save some dollars and have the 7-Eleven? Why should I choose the Gloria Jeans and spend the extra dough? What do you reckon I chose when I was there, guys? Put it in the comments. So think about it. What would you do if you went to that situation, you felt like a coffee? Would you spend the $1 for the 7-Eleven coffee, or would you spend the $4 for the Gloria Jeans coffee? $1 million question. Well, this is the same question that people are asking every day, ladies and gentlemen, when they're looking at your business. Should I choose you? Should I choose your competitor? Or should I just do nothing at all? And you need to ask yourself, why are they making these choices? And what can I do to get a disproportionate share of the available marketplace? Now, as a business owner, these are the sorts of questions that make you all the money, ladies and gentlemen. Understand that. You want to be spending your time on strategic thinking. So how do we get them to choose you more often? Well, understand that people make their choices based on perceived value. Sadly, most of the time, people don't choose you because you're the best. They choose you because of what they've heard about you. They choose you because of the legends that they've heard about you, or maybe the people that you know, or the reputation that other people have told them about you. Only when they've used your services do they actually realize you really are the best. So even though you might be the best chiropractor or a mechanic or accountant or lawyer or tradie on the planet, it does not matter, because it's how they perceive you that makes that sale happen, ladies and gentlemen. So the $1 million question is, well, how the heck can you really convince someone to spend $4 on a coffee instead of $1 when, in all things considered, they're pretty much the same product? I mean, I'll be honest, I quite enjoy my 7-Eleven coffee when I have it. And again, I'm curious, put into the comments, who do you think I chose when I pulled up there to get my coffee? So here's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get you to think about this. So is there really a way that we can convince somebody to invest $4 in a coffee instead of $1 if most people make a decision on price? Well, the good news is, of course there's a way to do it. That's what we spend our lives doing at Street Smart, is we think of a way to improve the chances, the percentages of people going to Gloria Jeans instead of to 7-Eleven. And by the way, I've got nothing against 7-Eleven either. They do a very good job. But this is an educational process that I'm taking you through, because I want you to sit and think about your business, ladies and gentlemen. How can you increase the perceived value so that people choose you more often than your competition? Make sense? So with that in mind, let's put some thought into this, shall we? Well, if our mission is, well, people make the choice based on perceived value, how do we make this cup of coffee perceived to be way more valuable than the $1 spent at the 7-Eleven? People have got to realize that the pleasure of having that coffee at the Gloria Jean's far outweighs the pain of spending that extra $3 that they could save if they just got the 7-Eleven. So let's put a few ideas out here. What if we actually ran a competition? And whenever someone went to Gloria Jean's to buy a coffee, they knew that they went into a monthly draw for a chance to win a cruise, to go for a 7-day or a 10-day holiday. Do you think that may persuade some people to actually go, oh, Gloria Jean's instead of 7-Eleven? Remember, the tipping point is not that far. It's only a tiny little bit. These choices are made on a split decision. So if people saw this choice and go, well, I know if I get a 7-Eleven, sure, it's only $1, but if I get a Gloria Jean's, I've got the chance to win a cruise on this wonderful ship. That'd be pretty cool. And then if we added something else, what about when they get a Gloria Jean's, they actually get a nice little chocolate mint that I'm pretty sure Gloria Jean's with their buying power could get for next to nothing. You get this nice little dinner mint sort of thing that you can have with your coffee when you get it. Costs them absolutely minimal amount, but the perceived value would increase again. So now not only are they getting a great cup of coffee, they're also getting the chance to win a cruise, and they're also going to have this nice little treat, this nice little munchie that nobody knows about and it won't break their diaper. It's pretty nice when it goes down. So we're now increasing the perceived value of this Gloria Jean's coffee. Is this making sense to you? Now, listen closely, ladies and gentlemen, because this is where the money is, okay? This is where the money is in your business. If you can work out how to increase that value in your organization so that it's perceived to be far higher than your competitor, that largely takes price out of the equation. Because most people do not, believe it or not, make their final choice based on price. There's a lot of other components that go into it as well. So let's add to this. Let's make this even better. Now, with that, the let me go back. I'm getting a message here. Go away. Go away, darn you. Here we go. I'm back again. Did you miss me? So, one last thing to add to the value here is, what if we gave them a chance to win $20,000 as well? So not only do they get a cup of coffee, a great cup of coffee for $4, they go into the draw to win a cruise. They also get this lovely little mint that they can have themselves or give to their partner if they want to see them get fat. And they get a chance to win $20,000. And no, they don't have to come up with that cash, ladies and gentlemen. There's a whole strategy behind that. But do you think that then, let's go back to this other slide. Bear with me for a second. I'm going to take you back, way back in time. So if we go to this tough decision that I had to make. So now when I've pulled up here at this place and I'm trying to think what I should be doing, do you think, well, that's not what's meant to happen. Let me go back here and I'm going to choose that. So I'm sitting actually right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's me when I pulled up. Do I go this way? Do I go this way? Well, if I had pulled up and Gloria Jean's had become street smart and worked out these little strategies, I believe me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, put in your comments, who did I go and see? Was it 7-Eleven or was it Gloria Jean's? Now, if I pulled up here and I knew not only was I going to get a cup of coffee from Gloria Jean's, but I was going to get a chance to win a great holiday, and I was going to get a chance, I was going to get this yummy little mint, and in addition to that, I was going to go in the draw for a chance to win $20,000. Do you think that a percentage of people would have gone from here and been persuaded to go over here? And I'm not saying everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that we're going to convince everybody to actually go over there and buy from Gloria Jean's, but what if we just got 20% of the people that were going to go to 7-Eleven, just get a quick dollar coffee, but they actually moved over to Gloria Jean's because deep down they know that it's time to take their partner on an incredible holiday. And $20,000 wouldn't go astray. You feeling me on this? Does this make sense to you? So coming back to our example here then, I am going to go to the right picture. Coming back to this example, what did I do? Let me go through some numbers with you. Let's just assume that what I'm sharing with you actually works, and trust me, it does, because we've done it so many times. then assume that maybe Gloria Jeans is going to take 20% of the coffee buyers away from 7-Eleven and they'll go to Gloria Jeans. And let's just assume for the sake of argument that Gloria Jeans does 1,000 cups of coffee a day. I have no idea how many cups of coffee they do, but it seems like a nice round number for me to do the maths. And so it's $4 for a small coffee at Gloria Jeans. So 1,000 cups at $4 is $4,000. Okay, so even I can do that math. Now, if we got 20% of the market that we wouldn't have had otherwise, because we're putting the competition, we had that little mint, and we've got this cool chance for people to win $20,000, then let's assume that they're doing 1,200 cups a day instead of 1,000 cups, only a 20% improvement. But that works out to $800 a day, ladies and gentlemen. Works out to $800 a day extra. Who'd like an extra $800 a day? That's not too bad. And if we looked at it over a year, that works out to $292,000. So again, I'm going to ask you a big question in a second, because this is all about you and your business. What can you do to increase your value in your business, your perceived value to your clients? So before I go on, what do you reckon I did? Did I choose the Gloria Jeans or did I choose the 7-Eleven? Alright, well the reality is I chose the 7-Eleven, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to ask yourself, don't take for granted that people are going to choose you. People buy because of the perceived value. Is this making sense? So where I'm coming from, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is that you need to put a massive value proposition to your prospects, because let's face it, there's a lot of competition out there, and if you do not have a compelling offer, if you do not have a reason why they should choose you over and above your competitors, then you are going to get the result that you deserve, and that is you won't get the right amount of business from the marketplace. Because I can promise you, your competitors have got someone like me sitting on their team thinking continuously, how can I get a better value proposition? How can I get a disproportionate share of the marketplace? And how can I steal your clients away from you so they do business with us? Make sense? Well guys, look, I hope you like this, and I hope that you got the principle behind it, because if you do and you spend time thinking about how you can improve the value in your business, you're going to get a big payoff. And if you want to know more, I actually put some research together in a webinar. If you go to amazingfreegift.com.au, you'll actually get even more in-depth ideas just like this from that webinar, and some pretty cool gifts in there for you too. So until next time, continuously ask yourself, how can I increase the value? And then you're going to get rewarded with a disproportionate share of the marketplace, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ian Marsh saying have a great night, and I would love to hear any of the ideas that I share with you, how you're implementing them, and the impact that they're having on your business. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.